no audio. Hang on, my mic is really far from my face. Just gonna hopefully not have an incident. So today we're going to be playing milk inside a bag of milk inside a bag of milk. So there's no audio right now. I'm not sure why the game's not playing the audio. It should work as soon as I go back into the window, but we're I didn't do my warm-ups. I am gonna play this one, and then we're gonna play Megalith, I think is the title of it. I actually already forgotten it. Because I was like, oh, this one's short, and there's a sequel. And then I realized the sequel's not out yet. So we're going to try and make this work the way I did. Let me actually turn the brightness down here. Okay, so from what I know about this game, the objective is to help a girl buy milk. And so we're going to just go with it. If the audio is too loud when it actually starts up, let me know. It's got some funky controls, and so like it's like V, I think. It might be up or down. We'll find out. So, help me buy milk. Write down your name. It's gonna be Eve. Enter. Ah! Okay. Okay. Does it sound okay? Or is it too loud? I think it's okay, right? Let me drag this to my second monitor so I can see it. I'm on my way to the store rehearsing the speech. I haven't been out for so long that I've forgotten what words they say when they enter the store. Oh, I hate that. I'm on my way to the store. Who are you talking to? Shut up and go. I think there's 2 endings. So we'll do the nice ending first, and then we'll do the bad ending, because I think there's 2 depending on how nice of a person you are. So we're gonna do who are you talking to. I imagine being a game character. What if it helps to gather my thoughts? This is really weird. This is actually really interesting. What game? Well, you know, there are games in which you can see characters' thoughts right on the screen, you know? So I thought, if someone reads my thoughts, then I have to really, wow, I'm already struggling. Then I have to be really concentrated so as to not whip up the extra. Haha. I'm deeply breathing in. Hello, can I think this girl has anxiety. Damn, I forgot. 19th attempt, and I'm failing again. I bite my lips with annoyance. So once again, hello, can I get... There's no other option here, so wow, whole word. Maybe I should have done my warm-ups before stream. I just didn't think about it. Thank you, I'm trying really hard. In my opinion, this time the I think it's an I sound was longer than usual. Do you think this is it? Who knows? Oh, it's L. I can't read. Hello? Can I better keep my lips sealed. This is so mean. I don't want to be mean on the next play. Don't worry. Okay. By the way, you have been walking with your left foot on asphalt and your right foot on the grass for a whole minute. What? My right leg froze in the air. How much? 50 steps on asphalt and 51 on grass. You will have to cancel the previous step. This is weird. How do you imagine it? This is not the first time. You were taught how to do it. Come on, you're so stupid. You were taught how to do it. I don't remember. I'm going to burst into tears. Same. Ugh, from the beginning. So, step 1, take a step back to get your foot exactly into your own trail. Wait, how is it step 1? What then? So it's already the 52nd. But wait, if I'm going backwards, then 50th. But it still doesn't make a lot of sense. This whole conversation makes no sense. Okay. Step 50th. Take a step back to get on your foot exactly in your trail. Could you paraphrase it at least a little? Girl! Please! You can't just repeat a phrase without changing at least one word. People don't talk like that. I do. When I can't figure out something, I just kind of say the same thing over and over again until it makes sense. I don't think my chat is showing up. Hang on. Is my chat broken? I don't know. I don't feel like dealing with it. No! I don't want to pick this one. You're hopeless. You make it sound like it's my fault. The store closes in an hour, so you'll be very, very guilty if you do not buy milk. I just want to say... Oh, it works. Okay, never mind. Maybe it's just me. I'm being blind. I just want to say, I don't understand bagged milk. I've seen videos of how people do it, but, like, bagged milk sounds very weird. Like, I feel like it would go bad quicker because there's no... My eye is twitching and my eye's not blinking. But, I feel like it would go bad quicker because it's just kind of open and then you just stick it in a container and pray. Damn, really? So, are you ready? It goes into a container and the container keeps it sealed. But yeah, like... But what if you have to buy a whole container for it? It just sounds kind of stupid to me. I mean, maybe that's just because I'm an American. Yes. I gently change the position of the leg, peering carefully into the thick grass. This is a really... That's so mean. I know what a lid is. I just think it's kind of funky. I mean, I guess. I don't know. I think it's just funky. I think it's just weird. I think it's just weird. You're being mean. When I entered the store, I asked the very first person I met. Hello, can I... This music's really good, though. It's really unnerving. Oh. Excuse me, what? Oh. Oh, is it 0? Or O? 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 Or 0? Excuse me, what? I'm having a fit. It's getting bigger, I just realized. Oh, excuse me, what? Oh. This is a nice... Why? Oh. You better not do it. He is clearly not going to change his lines. You are running the risk into falling into an endless loop. Excuse me, what? Oh. Oh, God. Excuse me, what? What do I do? Excuse me, what? Oh. Let me out. Let me out. Text changing is interesting. Excuse me, what? Oh. What? Oh. What is he trying to tell you? Nothing. He's just repeating the same line. He's trying to scare me. But how does he know that I'm terrified by the letter O? So it is O. What is so terrible about it? I have a frightening image as soon as I imagine it. I can show. Explaining won't be enough, but keep in mind... I didn't get to finish reading what the line was! Something like that. So I'll just keep on ignoring his question. What? Okay. Please, I want out of this loop. What? Ah, that image is in my head now. Oh, what? Oh. What? I want out! Oh, I gather all the will into a fist. Oh? Oh! Achievement unlocked! Oh! My interlocutor shook and crawled. You just repeated after him. And it worked. Do it more often. Wait, I said that he crawled, but did he really crawl? Because I didn't even look in his direction. When exactly did you say that? Yeah, just now. I don't think so. Personally, I did not hear. You're just trying to distract me. But I know that my words were shown on the screen. I don't like that this character knows that they're a video game character. I'm standing by the shelves. On the shelves, there are bags of milk. The two of us are standing, and milk. Lies? Or maybe... Hey, slow down. Do you even remember why you came? To buy milk. Yes? So buy. Right here? Yes? How, in your opinion, should I reply? I suppose something like, not here. Not here, take the bag and go to the cash desk. You're getting on my nerves. So not here, take the bag, go to the cash desk. I guess the first sentence. And you like for spite didn't make a pause before the second one. Want to take away all my small victories. I sigh and pull my hand to take milk, or rather a bag of milk inside. Or rather a bag of milk inside a... Oh god. Or rather a bag of milk inside a bag. No, please don't make me read all this. Or rather a bag of milk inside a bag of milk. Or rather a bag of milk inside a bag of milk inside a bag. Or rather a bag of milk inside a bag of milk inside... Reception. 15 minutes before store closing. Hurry up. I remembered what these games are called. Visual novels. I hate that this character... No. My cat just pushed open my door. And it scared me. I remembered what these games are called. Visual novels. And by the way, the numbers are written there in full in letters. Are visual novels worse than books? But authors are not lazy there, and you don't be lazy too. My cat's yelling at me, even though I just fed her. Wait, I thought only your thoughts were visible on the screen. Not anymore, so watch your language. Hee. Ahem. Anyway, you heard me. Hurry up, or there'll be no good at home. Already running. Hello, can I get milk, please? Is it just gonna stare at me? You have it. Give. I put out a weighty bag at the pay desk. Of course not. Of course not just a bag, but milk too. Hello, can I get it back, please? No. Please? No. But please? Mom will throw me out of the window. Hi. Mom will throw me out of the window if I get back without milk. No. But why not? Give more. But I don't have anything else. Hey. My cat's yelling again. What? They hate you. You're pathetic. Pay for milk. No, I'm streaming. No, I'm streaming. I can't. The cat wants to play. Pay for milk. Haha, really? What would I do without you? I pull a crumpled cash out of my pocket and give it to the cashier. He starts to carefully examine it. About 2 days have... About 2 days have passed before he nodded satisfactorily and put a cash in the machine. Thank you. Goodbye. No! I'm doing stuff! You can't... No! I'm walking down a familiar street past a gas station. A bag of milk unpleasantly pulls away my hand, reminding me of the times I took physical therapy. By the way, they gave me a bag at the pay machine, so now I am carrying a bag of milk inside another bag. Don't get me wrong, I just like the pyramidal structure of verbal constructions. A gas station is getting closer. How are you feeling? Thank you for your interest. I feel like a mile of ice cream. What is that supposed to mean? As if I tell you. But I'm really interested. I'm really interested. Well, look, the ratio of water to milk is in the volume of the air occupied by me is about 30 to 1. I agree. It's not the tastiest ice cream, unless you want to drink more than to eat. So the way from the store to the gas station is a stick, and the way from the gas station to home is ice cream. For today's walk, my body will be in every part of this way. Simple maths. I don't think so. I really don't think so. Okay. I feel movement under my feet. Asphalt grains, petrol stains. I'm trying to keep my balance, and how do people move on something as uneven as the urban plain? Neat. Heel, sock. I count every meter of the way I've gone. I even close my eyes for more concentration. Hey, watch out. I unconsciously take a sharp step aside. At the same moment, a huge bear sweeps past me with a wild ripple. Why is there a bear in the game? It's like Chekhov's gun. If you don't know what Chekhov's gun is, it's when if you introduce a gun to a story, and then it has to be used at some point. It's kind of a thing. This bear is Chekhov's gun. Chekhov's bear. Hey, I'm walking here. I'm throwing a stumbling peek at the rapidly moving animal. Its red eyes, in turn, look at me with mockery. Did you see that? How brazen. It was a truck. Oh, really? Although, if you think about it, are there bears with eyes on the back of their head? You might have died. Come on, are you saying someone will seriously want to kill an innocent girl carrying a bag of milk? You're sick. The world is cruel and dangerous. The world is cruel and dangerous? I'm not in the world you're talking about. This girl's got psychosis. This girl needs help. My path continues. If you think about it, the way from the store has one interesting property. In the most bizarre ways, it adjusts to me. When I hurry, all the traffic lights are servicefully extinguished. When I want to cry, a cloud appears and pours rain flows that hide my tears. Right now, I feel how the cloud is slowly gathering around my top. I'm sad. Are you sure all of this is really happening? And how else? Have you never been visited by the idea that this is only in your head? I don't know what the right answer is here. The instructions did not say that at all. Apparently, these pills don't work on me either. You know what? What? Since I am a character in a visual novel, I want to talk to whoever is reading it right now. This can affect on your recovery in the wrong way. As you say, I squeeze my head with the hands and set a thought block. With the edge of my eye, I notice a small bench, a great place for a cliched visual novel monologue. I'm getting closer, putting a noticeably heavy bag of milk nearby and raising my head to the sky. Listen, I am a little embarrassed. I understand I'm going crazy. Drugs are working less and less effectively. So, ultimately, things will happen painlessly, I hope. Do you understand what I'm talking about? No. Question mark? No. I will be honest with you, and I expect the same from you. Please. Do you understand what I'm talking about? No? Well, I'm not very surprised. Oh, no. I clicked through it. Hang on, what did it say? Well, I'm not very surprised. I must be quite unlike an exemplary protagonist, right? To be honest, I haven't read many visual novels. Sometimes I regret it, because now I need a lot of effort just to distinguish letters and words. By the way, if you don't mind, I wouldn't like to say my diagnosis. Let at least you be the one who sees me as I am. Even if I made you up, don't take it all away from me, okay? Don't ask me about too much. How stupid is all of this? From the very beginning, you followed me, read my delusional thoughts, heard my stupid conversations. Maybe I seem crazy and weird to you. Haha. What is it like to see the world with my eyes? Ever since, something happened, I only see red everywhere. No, don't worry about me. I've been used to it for a long time. To be honest, I forgot what other colors look like. Let it go. Those monsters from the store, they didn't scare me at all, because I know they won't hurt me. Sometimes I think they're the ones who are scared. Can you imagine it? By the way, if you want to ask me what happened, please don't. Do you promise? Yes. Really? Do you promise? Yes. Yes. You're not gonna let me do anything else. Yes. Yes. I'm going to brute force my way through this. Yes. No, I want to promise. No, I want to promise. Promise me. Do you promise? Yes. Wait, do I have to type? I promise. I promise. I'm serious. Of course you couldn't not ask. But in the end, I'm just talking to myself. Sooner or later, I would have raised this topic. So you're really wondering what happened to me? No! I said I wouldn't ask! I won't take time. What do you see? Red. Are you sure? One way or another, this is my dad. Okay. Some of his parts, at least. Okay. We do have a very difficult family, but despite all the problems, I would have never thought. Sorry, I shouldn't have raised my voice. In general, he threw himself out of the window and died. This is my last memory, and then a long gap. I don't know how to make myself sad. Strange. Very strange. Today is the first time I've been able to buy something from a store without a serious incident. Of course, the medicine helped. However, I think it's more of your merit. I was thinking all the time, do not screw up in front of the reader. Oh my god, what will he think? Haha! I don't know why I decided to become a character in a visual novel for the sake of going through the store today, but it has clearly borne fruit. Thank you. By the way, I think there are some frameworks in our communication. That's how I like it. Haha. And yet, I'm so sad lately. I think more and more about what my life has become ever since Dad... Well, you understand. Day after day is the same. I've tried so many pills that I can't feel the difference between them anymore. As long as they keep me on my feet, I'm happy. But you know what? Today is a special day because I have you. I want to tell you... No. I didn't see what it said! No, it was very rude of you. Oh no. I will not press you. I just advise you, go home. I can't do anything else. I understand. Well, dear reader, let's go. I stop on my floor and hang by the railing. Repeating this action every day, like a ritual, I stop being afraid of heights. Hi, Mama! Sorry, I didn't see you. A few minutes ago, the pills finally came to naught, so I'm just enjoying blissful silence. When I am under the influence of drugs, terrible and unpleasant melodies sound in my head. Mixing with the sounds of the world around me, they create a terrible dissonance in my head. I turn around and go to my apartment. This one. Ah! Wait! Speaking of Mama, did you bring milk? Hi, Mom. I don't like the way the mama is drawn. I don't like how Mama sounds. Did you bring milk? Yes, Mom. I don't like this. Did your new medicine help? I thought she was gonna say, did you bring milk again? I thought we were back in another loop. Yes, Mom. Go to bed. Yes, Mom. I don't like the way the mom is drawn. Achievement unlocked. Milk bot. So, I guess that's the good ending? I think there's two endings. Hang on. I want to pull up the Steam page. I think there's two endings. Home, bag of milk inside a bag of milk. But my cat my cat keeps scaring me. She keeps scaring me. I think we're gonna try this one again, and I think I'm gonna try to be mean, but I don't really want to. So we're gonna try and be mean today. Come on. My tracking is still kind of wonky. I bought a USB hub and it didn't come, and so now I'm like still on Wi-Fi with it. I'm not sure what went on. Me neither. Let's try again. So we go again, because I have no idea what just happened. I think it's like supposed to be some kind of story about grief or loss or psychosis. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna be mean this time, and let's pray so it gives me something different and maybe explains it more. So I'm on the way to the store rehearsing my speech. I haven't been out for so long. Okay, so let's just be rude this time. So shut up and go. Shouldn't you help me? I'm deeply breathing in. We're rehearsing the practice again. 19th attempt, and I'm failing again. So once again, hello, can I get... Oh, so we don't get a choice in here. In my opinion, the L... Who knows? Can I don't want to be mean. I don't want to be mean. I don't want to be mean. Loser. Don't insult me, please. And then this repeats. Because I heard that it, like, cancels. Someone told me it cancels if you're nice. Or mean the whole time. How do you imagine it? It's not the first time. You're so stupid. Looks like Eve doesn't help me at all. I guess I'll try something else next time. Can I try Eve again? Or will it not let me? Again? I hope we can do it this time. So... I guess you can't be super mean the whole time. Skip. We'll be nice until we get to the store. Are we going to keep silent? Okay. Damn. 19th. Once again, hello, can I get... Skip forward. Because it's a bunch of, like, endings I've heard. So, I really want to try. Don't worry. By the way. 51 steps. You have to cancel the previous step. Hee hee. How do you imagine it? This is not the first time. Okay, we're going to be encouraging until we get to the store, and then I'm going to be rude to see what happens? Question mark? From the beginning, so step 1, take a step back to get your foot exactly into your own trail. How's it step 1? What then? So already 52nd, so step 50th. You'll be very guilty if you do not buy milk. So I think the whole thing is just like buying milk as a metaphor for anxiety, which I can relate to. I want to see if I can catch what it said before it did the zoom in on the scary part, like the hole. On the hole, on the big gaping hole. Oh, I'm not reading this again, this loop. He's clearly not going to change his lines. Oh. Because you know I'm terrified by the other. What's so terrible about it? I have a frightening image as soon as I can imagine it. I can show explaining won't be enough, but keep in mind that it'll cost me a dozen of nerve cells. Haha! I got it! But keep in mind it'll cost me a dozen of nerve cells. Something like that. Okay. Oh. So I think... What exactly did you say? Personally did not hear. We're speed reading this part. And then I'm going to try to do Megalith afterwards. Both of these were made for game jams, which I think is really cool. I thought it'd be fun to learn how to do a game jam, or do a game, but I don't think I'm smart enough to understand all the coding that goes into it. I remember, slow down. Do you remember why you came? To buy milk. So buy. Right here? How, in your opinion, should I reply? I suppose something like not here. You're getting on my nerves. You don't want to help me at all, do you? I sigh and pull my hand to take milk. Or rather, a bag of milk inside. Or rather, a bag of milk inside of a bag of milk. Or rather, a bag of milk inside of a bag of milk inside of a bag. Or rather, a bag of milk inside of a bag of milk inside of a bag of milk. Blech. 15 minutes before closing. So I think... So I think we're already going through it. The music's really cool. So I wonder if it's like this character, the girl in the visual novel, has psychosis and she sees the people here as like monsters. They hate you. Why? Ooh, new text. They hate you. Why? You are dumb and worthless. You can't even go to the store for milk. I hope Mom throws you out the window. Although you, even in flight, you'll think it is just a fun attraction. Should I be mean? I mean, I'm playing it mean. I think I should play mean. We're dumb and worthless. I will pretend that I didn't hear it. You're pathetic. Why are you saying these things? Ooh. I want you to die, even stronger than Mum, although she doesn't even perceive you as a living creature. For her, you are just annoying dust, which randomly flies about the room. What are you talking about? I must have, So I guess, yeah. Bad ending. Looks like E doesn't help me at all. I guess I'll try something else next time. I think that's all we can do. Let's try Megalith. Hang on, let me switch games. This one I had to download from itch.io because it was different. Different game than this one. And we'll switch my capture to a different one. Oh, no game. Hang on. Megalith. There it goes. So I think they're originally Russian. Where's my mouse? There it is. Oopsie. How do I get back into there it is. Okay. This one is where's my mouse? I keep seeing it I can't see my mouse. I can't see my mouse. Let me in. Hang on, let me try to get this thing open again. Megalith. Question? Is it gonna work? Or is it still gonna be... I want English. There we go. Audio's really bad. How do I turn this? Just a touch. Just a touch. But these are by the same creator, and so both of these were made in a game jam. This is really loud. Hang on. I can't turn it down. I think it's okay.
Must not sleep.
Oh, this one reads loud. Okay. I guess I will just talk during.
I get up from the ground.
It's very loud. Hang on. Okay. Sorry. It was really loud to me and I couldn't get my audio to pull back up. So...
The once thick cloth of
I
my
have
suit,
no idea what this one's
now
about.
smeared with dirt and wet snow, feels more like decrepit burlap.
I think they're just like... Sorry. I think they're
A hazy mist
stories
stands before my eyes.
about
My helmet
mental
is covered
illness.
with a thin layer of ice.
Is it too quiet now, or is it too loud? I think it's okay. Yes? No? I think it's okay. I keep looking at OBS to make sure it's working correctly.
I crack it with my fingers. Then check the oxygen tank valve. Is it still firmly in place? Yeah, seems like it.
I think...
Please respond. Do you copy? Over. I hear sounds coming from the speaker.
Do you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of, like, Chernobyl stuff.
I copy.
Like...
Where are you? Over.
Or, like, early sci-fi.
At the tunnel exit.
Like, with, speaking of, I tried watching the 2011 thing the other day.
Anything else?
And it has this kind of vibe like this one's got.
No, nothing.
I didn't really like it. I thought it was kind of boring. I thought that early
Roger.
1981 was
We're waiting for you. How long do I have to keep moving?
till the end.
No idea. We all have no idea about anything.
That's true.
Well, there's been nobody to take care of planning routes and drafting maps for years now. Everything around me is changing, moving, falling apart. All I have is a list of landmarks along my way. The first of them is an old chicken farm. That place gave me the creeps.
Who's scared of a chicken farm? Okay, I will say chicken farms are creepy, but I was watching the thing and it has this kind of atmosphere, like what's going on with this game. I just didn't like the 2011 one. I thought it was kind of boring. I can't hear it over the game. Maybe we'll turn this up. I think it should be okay now. Sorry. The audio is so different. At least with the bag of milk inside of a bag of milk, I could change the audio sound, like the sound effects for it, but I couldn't change this one. I thought it was quiet, but I wasn't sure. But no, I was just saying that I, watched the thing the other day. Watched Child's Play today. That was fun.
Then came the tunnel. Complete darkness.
And just saying
I had
that
to use my voice to find my way around there.
This game kind of has that same kind of visual vibe and that auditory vibe that the thing I think has. That complete feeling of abject loneliness. But I don't know, I thought the 2011 one was bad.
Further ahead is the pumping station, with the factory and the old digging site
and
behind
I was also
it.
saying that it kind of reminds me of like the existential horror of
And
this
the bridge
reminds
that
me a
I
lot
need to
of how
cross to
people
reach my
try to write
destination.
the Chernobyl stories, like where they explore the ruins of Chernobyl, which if you've never seen, I'm sure you have, because everyone's seen the Chernobyl explosion. But I always find those to be really like fascinating. It's horrible, but I find the abandonedness of it to be really interesting.
I have no clue how difficult the road ahead of me was, so I tightened the belts of the oxygen tank on my back.
But I wonder if this is like
I
a
can't
sci-fi
waste time.
VN, or if it's even horror, because I think the last one's kind of technically considered horror. And this one feels more like a exploration of loneliness.
The surface air is too viscous. I spend a lot of energy
Okay,
on
so
every
we
step.
are sci-fi.
Sometimes my legs refuse to carry me. In moments like that I just fall flat on my face and start crawling.
I do the same thing when I get lazy.
In these rare moments I can hear sounds coming from the freezing soil. Sounds that vaguely resemble coughing.
No, I'm sorry. You should have said something. I thought my OBS was just... I thought OBS was just kind of showing me everything was quiet. I'm sorry. Yeah, okay. So audio is good now, though. We are good, right? Everything is fine, right? I'm not going to have to listen back to this VOD and have to deal with what was... debut stream. I listened to it. I can't believe you guys put up with me like being mono the entire hour.
I've been coughing a lot myself lately.
You have consumption.
I can't really tell what time it is.
Or dementia.
During the day,
Or
the
COVID.
sun barely pierces through the thick gray veil. And during the night, a faint glow comes from everywhere.
Not like I would know
It's
what that
never
feels like.
completely dark outside.
Thank you. Mama did such a good job with it. I'm so happy.
I haven't slept in more than a week, I think.
You're not special.
Maybe I should have stayed there, at the tunnel. Please respond. Do you copy? Over. I copy. Where are you? Over.
The
I've
radio
left the
sound is
tunnel.
interesting.
Scouting my surroundings. Anything else?
You're going to die because you left the tunnel.
No, nothing. Roger. We're waiting for you. How long do I have to keep moving? No idea. How?
I don't know. I think the bag of milk was better. I'm so excited for the sequel. I hope the sequel will explain everything a little bit better. I've seen
I
some of
see
the
the
developer
factory ceiling.
screenshots.
It's the next landmark on my way. All the windows are boarded up from the inside. I wonder how many people I'll find there, frozen to death.
Well, I guess since the creator of the game
I've counted at least 20 of them during my short journey.
Russian, so it probably takes place in Serbia? Question?
While hundreds and thousands of them are still hidden from my view. All these bumps in the middle of a smooth road that I would occasionally stumble over. Bony fingers and eyes, wide open from fear, encased in the icy surface. Tall factory walls cover half of the sky. I look around, searching for another way. Once gargantuan and now thin and short, trees surround the factory from all sides, frozen in agony.
This is weird.
Covered in ice, they form an impassable stockade. It's no use going there.
This is a weird VN, I think.
Please respond.
I think Bag of Milk was better.
Copy? Over. I copy. Where are you? Over.
Something's gonna...
At the factory entrance. There's no way around it. Anything else? I'll try to find a way through. Roger. We're waiting for you. Or maybe I shouldn't.
Yes. Maybe you shouldn't.
No idea.
Don't go in the factory. Do not go in the factory. Do not go in the factory. I don't want to go in the factory. Please don't make me go in the factory.
I find an entry point.
No! No!
The walls, oppressive and bleak, look down on me.
No!
They moan from their own weight, crack under it.
No! Don't go!
It feels like they only have one wish to move closer to each other and form a single entity.
Ooh.
I need to keep going.
Don't go into the factory! My nose itches.
The concentration of poisonous gases is way higher inside closed spaces like this.
No. Moan. Excuse me. This is a say-so stream. We are playing horror visual novels.
I've already used all of my filters in the tunnel.
Oh my god, the audio is so
I was
loud.
pretty much defenseless right now. If I move fast and don't lose my way in the dark, I'll survive.
I don't know. I can't tell if it's supposed to mimic footsteps, like the sound that's in my ear right now. I think it's a footstep. It's really uncomfortable.
If I stumble even once, I'm dead. I should have let the concrete crypt crush me.
Concrete crypt crush me. That's a tongue twister.
Please respond. Do you copy? Over.
I don't know. I could probably ban you for anything.
I copy. Where are you? I found a way.
I
Thinking
keep
about
accidentally clicking too fast.
Anything else? I think I'll be stuck here for a while. Roger. We're waiting for you.
I keep clicking too fast. I'm sorry.
Can you send help? No idea. I pick up a rock and
Every
throw
time
it into
this
the
person-
black corridor.
Every time this person communicates with their, like, superiors, I guess, they're like, can you do this? No idea. Can you help me? No idea. I would just give up and just, I don't know, go about my own way, because apparently my superiors don't give a shit about me.
I had an echo, so I close my eyes to imagine what awaits me ahead.
Death.
Sounds waves reverberate on the icy surface,
Death waits for
spreading
you.
farther and farther. And then the echo suddenly stops. I rush forward.
Yeah,
After
I
leaving
know.
a long thin corridor behind, I come out into the
You
spacious
couldn't pay me
production
enough.
hall.
I swear to you, I swear this has to be exploring something like Chernobyl. It has to be. Has to be.
The floor here looks like a swamp. Bumps and molehills instead of the smooth concrete. And in the middle of it was a shallow pit.
No, not the pit. Don't go to the pit. Don't!
I made a couple of steps forward and fell down after
No!
stumbling on a branch peeking from the ground. I looked closer. The branch turns out to be a twisted hand.
No!
Its fingers spread wide. The molehills turn out to be heaps of human bodies.
Oh, that's horrible. I don't know why my eyes are closed. Because I'm barely looking at the screen, I guess.
But why is this pit here?
Don't go into the pit! Don't go into the pit!
After taking a walk around the hall, I realized that there's no exit. Please respond. Do you copy? Over.
Can you help me? No. Idea. Over.
I copy.
Ready for it? I'm ready for it. Are you ready for it? It's gonna be, can you help me? No idea.
Where are you? Over. In a trap. I can't go further, but I won't turn back either. Anything else? My last filter is dying. I have no more than an hour.
You're gonna die.
Roger. We're waiting for you. There's only one thing bugging me. Why are you still alive?
Oh no.
No idea. How?
He's in the pit! He's in the pit!
I have an idea.
He's in the pit!
Do you think you can keep on tricking me?
He's in the pit! 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 Pit!
Nobody made it out of the tunnel. Nobody but me. I take off my helmet and throw it to the ground.
No! No!
The glass immediately shatters, along with the ash-filled breathing mask. I finally take a deep breath, letting the poison invade my body.
Just throw yourself into the pit.
I'm the last person in the world. Even you. You are just my own voice, playing from a recorder. I've been on your leash for way too long. I unstrap the heavy tank from my back.
Bro, no!
It falls with a resounding thump.
No!
God, I haven't slept for so long.
No! Jump in the pit at least! Jump in the pit! Jump in the pit! He's not gonna jump in the pit. How are you gonna do that to me? You can't be like, oh, there's a pit.
I'm finally at the bridge.
Oh no. My face tracking just picked up me perfect. No.
I effortlessly managed to get out of the factory and walked around the dig site from the north. Ahead of me was a long straight road, with no intersections. Soon, I'll be on the other side.
The other side of life? No.
It's so easy to get deceived when time itself is lying.
No, it's so, no. That is exactly what I fucked up. Now I have to unarchive this stream because I will never let anyone know I am a lady. I cannot burp. And not like you heard anything, but I know it happened.
Why do you keep on moving forward? I see a flimsy metal ladder on one of the bridge's concrete supports.
Shit. No.
For some reason it's not covered in ice, which means I can climb it.
Is this
I
like
feel
a
like my
nuclear,
journey wasn't a waste.
like a nuclear waste incident or something?
If you think that you've achieved something, you're making a mistake.
That's really bleak.
No goal is worth the path you had to walk. You do realize it.
No, I don't believe that.
Megalith is always before my eyes now, as if
Megalith.
real.
Megalith.
I can hear your voice now. Isn't this enough? Isn't this worth it?
I guess?
You think that the goal can always justify the means. Soon, you'll regret it.
I mean, yes. Are you telling me I'm going to... I do think goals justify the means. That doesn't make me a bad person.
After climbing to the top, I fall on my stomach, powerless. My breath is ragged. I'm unused to breathing without a gas mask and a big oxygen tank on my back.
Okay.
The bridge is moving far away.
You're going to
toward the
die.
horizon.
You didn't even jump in the pit.
If you look down, you'll see your journey from the start. There's no point to do that. Every step stops existing as soon as you takes the next one. You're lying to yourself again. You'll always stay branded by some of your steps.
We're having a problem again where they're like, there's two narrators right now, I think, and they're both talking over each other, and I am not following at all.
What does it matter if I'm the last person in the whole world? I take steady steps on the bridge's rough surface. The spikes on my boots are grinding down. I don't care. You underestimate the dead. You'll soon regret it.
Okay. I wonder if the Russian in the background on the speaker is the translated lines, or if it's something completely else. I know I was mentioning...
I've been walking for several days. The bridge doesn't end.
Just use the... Just use the TikTok voiceover.
The road will never end unless the one who walks it will so. I know. Not in your case, though. You can't go past this bridge. Think what you want. I'm sure a strong will can lead me anywhere I want. At the moment of killing, the wolf's wish comes true and the lamb's wish stops holding any weight.
That's a good line.
But is that fair?
That's a really good line.
Wolves acts on instinct. You're not a wolf. You'll soon regret it.
Oh, on all planes except physical, I am a wolf. Arf. Sorry. I couldn't resist.
Several hundreds of hours later I finally reach the end of my journey. The bridge cuts off right in the air. Without a second thought, I step into the abyss.
Game end. Now. It's gonna end now. Yep. These were weird. Not sure I like them very much. I think I like the bag of milk. I'm excited for the sequel for that one. But I'm not sure I like this one. I knew the stream would be short, but I didn't think it'd be that short. Oh. It just... I know you can't see my screen right now, but like, it closed out. Like, it just automatically closed out. Like, I guess at the end of the code, it just runs... Let me turn some BGM on. Hang on. Let me add my BGM. Where's my BGM? Sorry, hang on. I don't know where it went off to. Okay, let me get this open. There we go. One more game. One more game. Game's done. It went good night. It did. It did go good night. It really did. It was like, I'm done now. Thank you. Bye bye. Let me switch chat. So we could totally do another game. I didn't actually have one planned. I don't even know if I have one downloaded. I did have this one that was really interesting. I guess we'll do 3 scary games. We could just, I might just end up changing the title and the thumbnail of this. So one of the other games I had open was, where is it? Oh, here it is. It's not by the same creator. Can it be wrecked by the viewers? Possibly. I have a couple actually. Show us rhythm games. I could do a rhythm game. The stream would be unarchived though. I mean, I could just stop streaming on this one and then just do a gorilla rhythm game stream. You could do that. I'm actually really far in Mustache. I think I'm like level 150 and I haven't played since the Toho game came out, the Toho pack. And there's a new pack called the Waka pack, which was fun. But if we want to do another scary game, I have this one called the Building 71 Incident. And I also have this one called Silent Hill Little Baroness. Or hear me out. Minecraft. I could. I'll have to because of the way my streams are set up, I have it set up to a different thing. So I could do, like, I could stop streaming on this one and we could go do a gorilla Minecraft stream. Speedrun? My eyelashes? Building 71, I could read the story. I could read the, what is the word? The synopsis. It's a undergraduate thesis project, apparently. Between 1997 and 1998, Building 71 at a university in the south of Brazil was closed after allegations of a gas leak. However, during this period, on several occasions, suspicious activities were detected from within the building. An employee whose identity was not disclosed decided to investigate and record the origin of such activities. The man ended up being considered missing by the police, but portions of the recording are now being released to the public. The incident? You know, I actually don't know that. Based on the incident. Is there really an incident? Is it based on a true story? No. I don't know if I'm ready to deal with that. I don't know. I have a couple of things open, and I have a bunch of horror games on my itch.io. Why is my eye? I have a bunch of itch.io games. And then this creator also has another one called Daiku No Medium, which is in. Maybe we don't play this one. Strong language, blood, violence, and sexual content. I can't believe. I know I didn't prepare or something, so I'm just like, But I've missed streaming, so I kind of want to keep going. So I'm like, I should do one more game. I think. Should I just make this a trio? No! Sexual! 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 Not incest! Sexual! The word. No! No, 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 no. No, no, no. It's, No, it's a psychological horror / drama game that's by the same creator who did these two. So we could just do all 3 of his games for this stream. I'll just have to really quickly download it. Actually, yeah, let me just download it really quickly. I'm just gonna download it. It says it'll take like 2 minutes. So I will just download it and then we'll just kind of chat for a minute. But yeah, I don't know. I liked that last one. I think it was a little weird. I think I liked a bag of milk more. Bag of milk was weird too, but I liked the more interactiveness to it. And then, actually, what's interesting is the, so I mentioned that I watched The Thing. I know I've said that like twice now, 3 times, something like that. I also watched, Underwater recently. If you haven't seen it, it's pretty good. I won't give you the spoilers because the ending is kind of important, so I can't spoil it. But if you've not seen it, it's a really good one. It's got Kristen Stewart in it. And, I thought it was pretty well done. I kind of find underwater horror hard to do because so many people don't really understand what makes, you know, under the sea so scary. We're gonna take this to my other drive because I only have a my SSD is almost full. I have to get another SSD to put in my PC because it's almost full. It's only like 100 something gigabytes and it's almost all completely full. So I have to get something completely different. Extract. Oh crap! Quicker! No! Where did it go? I just extract files. Okay. Hang on. I messed up. Extract files to DMC PC. Okay. Let me see. I think I got it. So this is Daiku No Medium. Let's see. Let me turn off BGM. Let me turn off BGM. Let me turn off BGM and go to the next screen. Ah! 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 Okay. Hang on. Game capture. Where is... There it is. Okay. So we should... There we go! Okay. So this is the 3rd game by that same creator. Maybe I'll just title this into like the Nikata Kriolen. I cannot remember the last name and I'm not very good at Russian. We'll just call that this stream. Start game. Ow! This is totally different. Hang on. The audio's really quiet. A huge explosion rang out, followed by the piercing sound of screeching metal. The crew struggled to maintain control of the ship as it lurched to one side. The cockpit was bathed in crimson light. A warning was flashing on the main screen. Stern damage. Critical. Chaos ensued. Personal belongings were flying around, smashing against the metal walls. Sparks flew around, lighting the dim cockpit for a moment. Another explosion. The cockpit grew dark for a second, and then some of the light went back on. It's very retro. It's very retro. Actually, this person's got some interesting styles for their games, because Bag of Milk was so different compared to Megalith and this one. Anna was sitting by the captain's right side. She was frantically toggling all the switches on her vicinity, trying to stabilize the ship. With shaking hands and her face white as chalk, the girl did her best to stay calm. This reminds me of 2001 stuff. Like this vibe. Captain, the left cargo bay is damaged. We have to... With the control stick still tightly gripped, Lazarus leaned forward and patted Anna on the shoulder. Lazarus? This is rather on the nose. Lazarus, keep calm first, mate. Yes, Captain, my apologies. This is so funny. I'm sorry. It's not funny. It's just so retro. It's like throwing me off. The captain's confident voice brought Anna back to her senses, and she managed to relax a bit. Sorry. I just like am going through my head that this that this game has sexual content, and so I'm just like, where I'm not reading it on stream. A third explosion caused the ship to drastically lose speed. Second mate Joseph, who was sitting by the captain's left side, fell from his chair with a rattling sound. Captain, we're lacking engine power. I'm sorry. He looked resolved and eager, even though his voice was trembling. The captain turned his gaze towards his second mate. He took a moment to decide on the further course of action and then proclaimed, "The stern compartment needs to be detached immediately." Joseph couldn't believe his ears. Detaching the stern compartment, but we can't just... I don't think this is a good idea. I'm like also curious as to how this is supposed to be a horror, because so far this just feels very not. But Captain, it's an order. Sorry, Joseph was shocked. I always feel embarrassed when I read visual novels out. Detaching the stern compartment meant abandoning all of the resources and artifacts they'd been gathering for almost 2 years. As the ship's captain, Lazarus should have been aware of that fact. By the way, I just want everyone to know that when I was reading the description for this, the ship's name is Lilith. The ship's name is Lilith. And the guy's name is Lazarus. And this is Joseph. There's some biblical references going on here. At the same time, Joseph knew that the captain always put the safety of the ship and the crew first. Which, by the way, if we do get very biblical, we're gonna have to find something to do with me, because I might just turn into a puddle of ash. For him to make a rash decision, no, Joseph couldn't imagine that. I can. No! No! No, I'm streaming! Captain's a little sus. Yes, sir. No, I'm streaming! My cat! I'm sorry, my cat is being noisy again. Even though I just fed her before the beginning of stream. I fed her on, like, before stream started so she wouldn't bother me. A few seconds later, the ship accelerated into space, leaving tons of precious cargo behind. The ship was reaching its maximum speed. They should have shaken off their pursuers, but... Don't relax yet. First mate, status report. Out of 135 Phantom 4 vehicles, 43 are still pursuing us. Why are you being pursued? Are you colonizers? Anna's voice was trembling. Although the number of their pursuers had diminished, it was obvious that the situation had remained critical. At the same time, Lazarus didn't even flinch. He stood firm like a rock, hands gripping the control stick. Sorry, give me a second. I'm sorry if you hear her. She's making herself known. Anna scolded herself on the inside. Just like Joseph, she couldn't let her doubt their captain, breaking his trust. Anna, our options. Those words lifted the spirits of the first mate. I suggest we use the photon gun. One careful blast at the nearest phantoms might scare off the others. There's... Still looking forward. Lazarus replied. Aloud, proceed first Wait, Anna. Joseph's sudden shout interrupted the captain. Captain, in these circumstances, I prefer to use the disintegrator. Its energy consumption is higher, but it would generate additional momentum, increasing our speeds, and no, you can't get up on the desk! Fighting would be pointless, so we don't stand a chance. We need to outpace them, and Joseph's voice stopped short the moment he met his captain's gaze. The captain had a waiting look in his eyes. He was somewhat surprised, it seemed. Anna, in turn, had mixed feelings. Joseph's idea could work out. What is this? But will the captain listen to Joseph, who is of junior rank? This music, the 8-bit sound is so funny. prepared the disintegrator. Anna chose not to argue. Instead, she followed the orders without question. Silence fell on the cockpit. Even the roaring sound of the engine seemed to go quiet. The crew was getting ready for the final, decisive blow. Games that Anna gets pretty precious. Lazarus raised his fist, still looking forward with confidence. That silent gesture told the crew to wait for his orders. Joseph was mumbling something silently while making strange gestures. One after another, he touched his forehead, belly, and shoulders with his finger. That's, concerning. Once the preparations had been complete, Anna gave Lazarus an inquiring look. The captain was still standing with his back to the crew. Fire! Why? Why? The ship shook and then roared, unleashing a deadly beam at the enemy. After checking with the dashboard, Lazarus gave his crew the thumbs up. We're gaining speed. Great idea, Joseph. First mate, you have something to learn from this bastard. Anna ignored those words. Pointless arguing would only prove her lack of competence. Or perhaps there was another reason. For Joseph, however, it was the greatest praise ever imaginable. The captain had scolded his superior for the first time. I suspect murder. Murder! The misogyny. Meanwhile, the beam's power had waned, and Anna had an opportunity assess the situation. I think we're missing a word here. Captain, 7 out of 43 phantom floors have been destroyed. The others are moving at the same speed. Anna turned towards the captain, awaiting further orders. However, he remained silent and motionless. She knew what that meant. Lazarus was giving her free rein. Charging the disintegrator. After a few moments, the control panel blinked, and a distinct sound informed Anna that the recharge process was complete. Ready to fire. We're gonna die. Captain? Captain? Lazarus didn't reply. Lazarus is dead. Unable to move, he was staring at something in front of him. Oh, are we finally getting to the horror part of it? He suddenly clutched his head, lost balance, and fell from the bridge right onto his subordinate's feet. Anna abandoned her post without a second thought and rushed to his side. She pressed her cheek against the captain's still body. Captain, are you all right? Joseph was about to dash towards the captain himself, but stopped at the right time. They were still being pursued, and he was now the only person who could control the ship. You can't see my eyebrow waggles. With an aching heart, Joseph jumped out of his seat and ran to the bridge. He took a firm grip of the control stick. I'm sorry. I am a mature streamer. However, firmly grasp it. Sorry. Lazarus was staring into space, ignoring Anna's screams. Blood gushed out of his nose and ears. His breathing was uneven. He wheezed and coughed. He was suffocating. Sorry. Joseph, bring the first aid kit. Do something, hurry. I can't leave the control stick. The autopilot module's been destroyed. We'll lose control of the ship. Sorry. Indeed, one of the enemy's first shots holed their right wing and unfortunately destroyed the said module. The situation was getting worse. In a fit of anger, Anna pounded her fist into the metal floor. Girl. Man is dying and you are laughing. I am. And I'm not ashamed of it. Captain. I'll be right back. Don't die, please. Do you hear me? He won't die. After saying that, the captain died. No, after saying that, Anna hurried to the captain's cabin, stumbling over wires and debris scattered around the floor. One of the screens that still remained intact informed Joseph that the enemy phantoms were closing in. They were blurry red dots for now, but their silhouettes were becoming sharper with every passing second. Joseph looked at Lazarus, who was lying in a pool of his own blood. He felt his chest tighten. He was unable to help his captain in the moment when he needed it most. Joseph grasped the control stick with all his strength. Sorry. I'm sorry. There has to be a different word for control stick. The situation became completely hopeless. Now that the captain was at death's door, and the phantoms had almost caught up with them, it dawned on Joseph. They were done for. Do you see her? Huh? Joseph could hear the captain's voice even through the sound of the roaring engines and crackling wires. He almost dropped the control stick to run to the captain's side, but managed to gather his thoughts in time. See who, Captain? Let me see her! Let me see her! Let me see her! The abomination! Captain? Joseph watched Lazarus extend his hands and clutch his fist in awe. Why, what do you want? Remember. I want to see an abomination. Lazarus couldn't hear anything. His eardrums had popped a moment earlier. But this voice he heard loud and clear. What? Oh. Lazarus twitched suddenly. His eyes started to bleed profusely. Anna, hurry, Anna ran towards the captain with the first aid kit in her hands. They were only 5 to 10 meters apart. Lazarus stood up, swaying like a zombie. It's the thing! Even more blood gushed out of his mouth. He paid it no mind and slowly moved towards Anna. His face was pale, and his eyes were wandering. His hands were just hanging alongside his body with only the fingertips twitching. Anna fell to her knees, dropping the medical supplies. And then she screamed. What would a first aid kit do? Damn it. Joseph let go of the control stick and rushed downstairs. The ship started to slow down. Joseph ran to the first mate and grabbed her shoulders. Anna, come and help him, hey! This pixel art's really cool though. It's very retro. A moment later, an enemy Phantom 4 appeared in its window. Its metal hull glittered like snake scales, with a toxic shade of green. Joseph wanted to rush to Anna, but the Phantom 4 opened fire without any warning. The very first missile hit the dashboard close to Anna. She was torn in half. Holy shit! She was torn in half by the Sorry. She was torn in half by the shockwave, while Joseph was thrown a few meters away. The air started to leave the cockpit through the freshly made breaches in the hull. Oh, he's dead! Captain, no! Explosive decompression! They're all dead! What's the sexual content? Lazarus stood right in the middle of the chaos, paying no mind to his surroundings. He should be torn in half! And another moment later, the spaceship Lilith was destroyed along with the remaining crew. What? floating. What? What? Anna? Are we in hell? Anna flinched after hearing her own name. Yes. She felt a strong hand grab her wrist. Chills ran down through her half-naked body. You know, I think we spoke a little too soon. I don't have my... Hang on. I don't know if I'm gonna need it. Let me hang on. Let me make sure I have my sensor. Let me make sure I have my sensor. I haven't had to use it since we did Honey Pop in February. Under equipment. Okay. Here's my sensor. We should be okay. So I'm just gonna hide my sensor, just in case. Lazarus, it hurts. Sorry. It's fine. No! Girl! No! Okay. No! Oh. I am so glad that wasn't as bad. After saying that, Lazarus released Anna's hand and sat on the bed. Anna moved to his side and hugged him. Lazarus didn't resist. Oh hey, I wonder who drew that? Yeah, I do. I wonder who drew that. I wonder if it was one of my mods that seems to never show up to my streams and only shows up once every few blue moon. Ha! Wow. I wonder who drew my sensor. Oh, that's a male presenting titty. It's okay. Lazarus. Yes, Anna? Is something wrong? I had a terrible dream. It wasn't a dream, baby! It was as if Anna pressed her chest against his back, forcing him to fall silent. It's just a dream, darling. Ma'am! The rules! The rules that are being broken right now. The regulations. Yes, you're probably right. You shouldn't be sleeping with your superior. Anna pulled Lazarus with a tender but assertive motion, making him fall back on the bed. I want you. After those words. Hang on. I'm just gonna. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. After those words, Anna climbed atop Lazarus and tightly gripped his body with her legs. Slowly and silently, like a cat, she lowered her head on his chest. No, this is too much. This is too much. This is too much. This is too much. I can't get back into the thing. Oh my god. She stroked his stomach, slowly moving her hand lower and lower. No. 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 Okay. It's over. Woo! Woo! The spaceship Lilith was heading towards its destination through the cold void, slowly but surely. It was moving through a nebula by the name of Lagoon, enveloped in its soft, almost palpable light, which was changing its color from light pink to crimson red. It felt like that light breathed life into the depth of dead space. The scenery would appear this way to anyone who had spent several months traveling through pitch-black darkness. In reality, the lagoon was as lifeless as that very same darkness. Unfortunately, Lilith's crew members couldn't enjoy the view. Completely bewildered, they were checking up the engine room. For some unknown reason, the engines broke down. All at the same time. We're in hell! Lazarus frowned and crossed his arms on his chest. What do you think about this? Anna lowered her gaze. She was as puzzled as the captain himself. Still, she couldn't just stay silent. I haven't finished the checkup yet, but it seems there is no external damage. Perhaps the cause is a programming error, or do whatever you need. I'll be waiting for your report in an hour. Sir! Yes, Captain. I hate this guy. I hate this guy so much. It's not funny. Anna, baby, you deserve better! Lazarus gave Anna and Joseph, who was standing at a distance, a grim look over, turned away, and left the engine room. As soon as the sound of the captain's footsteps faded away, ringing silence filled the room. What's wrong with him? Joseph scratched his head. He's never seen the captain in such a bad mood before. He was like a different person. I wonder why. Oi. Well, he probably had his reasons, but he had never lost his drive because of something this minor before. What's up with him, Anna? Anna? Oh. Baby, no, you deserve so much better. Are you crying? Anna stood in the center of the room and cried. Joseph was quite perceptive and realized what was going on right away. He carefully went up to Anna and put his hand on her shoulder. Tell me, Anna. Anna shuddered and turned her teary eyes to Joseph. There's this something that speaks to him. Girl! Even though it sounded pretty weird, Joseph still listened carefully. I'm afraid Lazarus will find out. Joseph slowly ran his hand through Anna's hair, hugged her, and with a calming voice said, Don't worry, that's impossible. The truth does come out. Anna clung to Joseph, her nails piercing his skin. Her crying became louder, stronger. No, something is off. I just feel it. Don't cry. Joseph had mixed feelings. The cool-headed and stoic Anna he had always known. She didn't exist anymore. She exists! She exists. She is just crying. Could it be that her fears were real? Don't cry, Anna. I'm right here. Don't. I won't let him. He's the only person I have. Anna started screaming. It was a sign that she didn't want to hear anything else. Okay. I love him so much. Girl, no words. No words. There are no words to describe how this entire scene made me feel. After some time had passed, Joseph and Anna came back to the cockpit, where Lazarus was waiting. He was at his seat, with his back to them, as always. Captain, we couldn't reveal the cause. The second mate was speaking in a confident voice. He was ready for anything. However, it didn't seem like the captain was about to reprimand them. To your post. Prepare for the emergency docking. Obeying the order, Anna went to her seat. Joseph, in turn, didn't even budge, visibly confused. We're docking? Where to? What do you mean? To the station. But Captain, ouch. Joseph felt someone violently pinch his hand. He turned his head and met gazes with Anna. Joseph, please do as he says. I don't like this. But Anna! Joseph spoke in a barely audible whisper. There's no station. Joseph, please. Back to your post, second mate. Steer towards the station. We're going into death. Reluctant, Joseph returned to his seat. After some manipulations with the dashboard, he directed the ship towards the area Lazarus specified. Lazarus looked at the bizarre station as their ship was slowly approaching it. He's never seen anything like that. As if it wasn't a mere station, but a flying fortress so colossal it looked like nothing the stations they'd encountered before, as if it belonged to some long-forgotten era. What do you think, Anna? I'm trying to get my bangs out of my face because I haven't trimmed them yet. Anna and Lazarus were both looking into the window, but she obviously couldn't see any station. But she still whispered, "It's breathtaking." Lazarus looked at Anna with genuine amazement. Really? You think so? Yeah. She felt that they were slowly becoming estranged, and she couldn't do anything about it. One thing Anna knew for sure, something that wanted to take Lazarus away, was at this very station. Girl, you are jealous over an eldritch abomination. She won't let this happen. Girl, you are jealous over eldritch abomination. We are ready to dock, Captain. Joseph's loud voice broke the awkward silence. Lazarus immediately had forgotten about Anna and went back to the bridge. Get ready. Anna, girl, you deserve so much better. You really do. The closer they were to the station, the more anxious Anna felt. She could tell that something was wrong. Anna wanted to call out to Joseph, but to her horror, discovered that her lips could not move. She tried to turn her head to look at him. However, it was as if her body was also paralyzed. Everything was moving in slow motion. Out of the corner of her eye, Anna watched the ship's outline distorting, twisting, losing shape, along with her own body. Anna screamed with all her might, but couldn't hear her own voice. After taking a deep breath, she was going to give it another try, but her scream got stuck in her throat, and she was blinded by agonizing pain. The pain was coming from inside, concentrating in Anna's head, causing her to suffer. What's wrong with you? Dumbfounded, Joseph watched Anna writhe in pain, unable to help. Just like her, he was paralyzed and couldn't even lift a finger. But he could still talk, so he yelled at the top of his lungs. Help her, Captain, please! Lazarus was able to move, but he didn't bother to help the first mate. The scene unfolding before his eyes was totally different. Anna's face was split into fragments, while her silhouette was shaking, full of ripples. A cry had finally escaped her lips. However, it was so distorted that it sounded like static, coming from a broken device. Lazarus rubbed his eyes. He knew that it couldn't be real. What are you? When she heard the captain's voice, Anna turned to face him. The movement was unnatural, twitchy. Lazarus blinked, and Anna was already right before him. What is this? Is this Russian? Is this Russian? Does anyone speak Russian? I don't. What the hell is this? How am I supposed to read this? Well, you know, I guess we're all lost. How about that? This looks like a face. Right here. Lazarus clutched his head. It seemed like that terrible voice was coming from his own body. It didn't belong to Anna. But could that creature still be her? Anna, stop. Can I get a translation for this? This time, Lazarus felt like the thunder resounded inside his head, as if the creature was getting angry. The sound was growing stronger. It was spreading through his whole body. Lazarus was being shaken by some invisible force. After a few seconds, he realized the engines. Lazarus tore his eyes away from Anna's distorted face and looked into the window. I thought they died for real. I have no idea what's going on. Me neither! Said in Russian makes much more sense. The creator of these games is Russian. The station was slowly moving away. Hopeful, Lazarus turned to face Anna again. She neither returned to normal nor disappeared. Instead, she was even closer to Lazarus now. He could hear her breathing, ragged but distorted. Don't trust us. Anna's silhouette began to distort even further, blinding Lazarus. He could hear a barely intelligible scream through all the static. Darkness fell. I thought they died too, so I have no idea what's going on. I'm going for the ride too. It's gotta be Russian, because this is Russian up here. My model is not reflecting the expression I made. But Lazarus jumped out of his bed with a scream, waking Anna up. My God, what happened? She moved closer and reached out to Lazarus. However, he threw... She moved closer and reached her hand out to Lazarus. However, he threw her hands violently off. Don't touch me! Don't touch me! His tone made Anna gasp. Her eyes got wet with tears. This girl's a crybaby! Lazarus's voice was as cold as sharp as ice. It felt totally alien. Anna tried to embrace him again, but he pushed her away and escaped into the darkness of the room, stumbling. Lazarus, what's wrong? Lazarus, this man is too old for you, sweetheart. He is too old for you. You should just go be with that nice young Joseph. He is actually your rank. And you're not breaking regulations. And you're also not sleeping with a man like 4 times your age. Lazarus hid in the farthest corner and hugged his knees. He was trembling so much, his head would occasionally hit against the wall. May I come closer? Silence. Anna wrapped herself up in the blanket and got out of bed. Lazarus, what's the meaning of this? His silent voice wasn't so cold anymore. However, she could tell that he was scared. What are you talking about? She was slowly getting closer, her bare feet stepping carefully on the metal floor. These words, what do they mean? Anna stopped. You just had a nightmare. What do they mean? Lazarus, please. Anna's eyes got wet again, and she hurried to wipe her tears with the blanket. Please, tell me. Lazarus remained silent. Anna mustered all her courage and came up to him. Tell me all about it. Anna stroked his hair, ready for everything. Lazarus flinched out of surprise, but remained motionless after that. He just kept on panting loudly. All the engines failed. We were going to the station, and then something strange happened. Anna felt uneasy after hearing that. The words themselves weren't the problem. The problem was in his eyes. They were delirious. Your face. Suddenly, Lazarus reached to Anna with his hand. She recoiled, barely able to hold in the scream. Ma'am, if you are screaming when your boyfriend touches your face, you need to leave him. If a boy reaches out to touch your face and you recoil and almost scream. It is not a good sign, and it is not working out, and you need to leave. Like, honey, Anna, please leave. Then she started feeling her own face. My face? What's wrong with it? You've said some weird things. Lazarus ignored her question. Don't trust us. That's what you said. I didn't. Gah. She was still talking when Lazarus grabbed her by the throat with both hands. I'm so... What does it all mean? I don't know. Probably not domestic abuse. Please, let me go. The monstrous grip on the woman's neck had weakened a little, but then Lazarus squeezed it even stronger. What do those damn words mean? Lazarus's breathing was hoarse and rapid. Saliva was dripping out from his mouth. It was clear he was out of his mind. Anna's mind was already fading away, but then Lazarus released her neck. File a report. Report time. What does it mean? What does it mean? After breaking free from the crazy captain, Anna stepped back. Run! Run! Lazarus, what's wrong with you? Get a bodyguard! Ah! Suddenly he screamed like a madman and clutched his head. Anna was so frightened that she started to cry. And then she forced herself up and went to seek help from Joseph. Girl! The stupidity of this woman! Lazarus didn't even notice that he'd been left alone. Attacked by terrible pain, he screamed in hopes that it would ease his suffering even a little bit. The pain was so strong it felt like nails were being hammered into his head. And with each hit of the hammer, there were formless images appearing, vanishing, and altering inside his head. Ah, Flashy, sorry. It was an unfamiliar experience for him, but somehow he felt that it had happened before. Then the images got replaced by digits. After that, by words. Flashy! And there was a word that appeared often than others. Eden. A few minutes later, the door opened, and Joseph slowly walked in. Anna stayed at a distance, hiding behind the doorway. Captain, please calm down. Joseph took a deep breath and started closing in, slowly but surely. Captain, Get away! Lazarus swung his hand at Joseph. The second mate was quick enough to step back. Captain, it's me, Joseph. Lazarus hid in the darkest corner of the room again. He stared at Joseph from there with bestial, inhuman eyes, full of terror. Who are you? Why am I here? Captain, I want to help. Together with Anna, we can help you. Lock him up. Take over. And that's it. That's it. That's all he has to do. Lock him in the brig. Anna? Yes, you love her, don't you? Don't you, Captain? No. It's her face. Her face? Throw him out the airlock! Lazarus smiled, showing his teeth, and then burst into laughter. Joseph was taken aback. You're a liar, Joseph. There's something wrong with you, with both of you. He glared at Anna, who was still hiding behind the doorway, scared. No, However, the captain ignored her. Stop the ship. I can't. Eden is really close. With a sudden movement, Lazarus grabbed the second mate by his collar. However, Joseph didn't even flinch. I won't stop it. Sorry. You bastard. After violently pushing Joseph away, you grabbed him! Lazarus got up, swaying. Unable to stand this any longer, Anna rushed to Joseph, who was lying on the floor. This is a hostile work environment. There was a metal pipe in her hand. Get his ass! Please don't. Give me that. Joseph snatched the pipe from Anna's hands and got up and assumed a fighting stance. Lazarus made a few steps back, barely keeping himself from falling over, until his back was against the wall. Joseph's actions had apparently scared him. Joseph walked slowly toward the captain, brandishing his metal weapon. What are you doing? I'm sorry, Captain. Joseph raised the pipe over his head. He's gonna kill this man. Stop! Anna, let him do it! A sound of impact, followed by Lazarus hitting the metal floor with a thud. No! The slowly typing of the no. Anna pushed Joseph away and ran to Lazarus, who was lying motionless, and burst into tears. Ma'am! What have you done? He will... She touched his face with her shaking hand. Oh, Lazarus, my dear Lazarus. Girl! He's alive. Anna was slow to pick up the meaning of Joseph's words, so she continued to cry for a while. Alive? Of course. Did you really think I'd kill him? But you wanted to. No, I didn't. Joseph turned away. Let's go. He'll come to his senses soon. We can't just leave him like this, Joseph. When Lazarus opened his eyes, he found himself lying on his bed in the captain's cabin. His head throbbed with pain. He could... Girl, shut up. He couldn't remember anything that had happened before he'd lost consciousness. The door opened. Anna walked in with a wet towel in her hands. She came up to the bed and sat by the captain's side. I don't know if you can feel the frustration I have through the screen for Anna, but I hope you can, because I'm frustrated with her. Never hated a player, like an NPC, more than I hate this woman right now. You... Let me help. After kissing Lazarus on the forehead, she placed the towel there and pressed on it just a little. You've had it rough, honey. What happened? You've suddenly lost consciousness. We were so worried. She's not gonna tell him if they smacked the shit out of him? Why was that? Anna hesitated for a moment. I think it's because of Eden. Turn my volume down just a touch. Joseph is acting weird too, but at least he didn't collapse like you. No matter what he says, don't be angry with him, alright? Lazarus didn't listen to anything Anna said after she mentioned the word Eden. Eden. I'm telling you, this is like a biblical reference and I'm going to die as soon as we get to it. Worried. Yes, we're finally there. In the end, all roads lead to Eden. Lazarus winced from the severe pain attacking his temples. Eden. No, I don't want to. You should have just killed him. He tried to get up, but instead discovered that his limbs were strapped to the... Smart! They discovered that his limbs were strapped to the bed with leather belts. What the hell? Lazarus, please calm down. You... At that moment, the belt that held his right hand in his tight clutches snapped. Huh? Anna wasn't quick enough to move back, and Lazarus managed to grab her by the wrist. You... Stop, Lazarus. It hurts. Lazarus looked her in the eye and saw his own face, twisted with pain and hatred. He couldn't explain why. He was so sure it was the face of someone else. Please, let me go. Lazarus ignored Anna's pleas. Instead, he squeezed Anna's wrist so hard. It broke with a loud crunching sound. Ow! Holy shit! Anna's shrill scream forced Lazarus to come to his senses. He got rid of the remaining straps and jumped out of his bed. The headache became stronger. Anna was lying on the floor, unable to get up. Yeah? Lazarus, please? Shut up. Lazarus kicked Anna in rage, making her scream even louder than before. What the fuck? Oh god, shut the hell up already. Lazarus clutched his head again. He couldn't withstand this terrible pain anymore. Once again, the sequence of formless images had appeared in his mind. Flashy! What is Eden? Lazarus slammed the mirror, hanging on a nearby wall, with all its might. It answered him with spelling. It answered him with an eardrum splitting sound of clanging broken glass. The pain became many times stronger. Lazarus howled like a dying beast. Anna, who watched the nightmare unfold, mustered with all her strength and screamed, "Joseph, help me, please!" After a moment, the door was thrown open and Joseph, the second mate, broke in. Apparently, he was right behind the door all that time. Apparently, he was right behind that door all the time, but hesitated to enter for some reason. Wow! It's like if you had entered, poor girl's wrist wouldn't be broken! Captain! What is Eden? What is it? It's a planet. Lazarus flounced around the room and waved his blood-stained hand while staring at Joseph with bloodshot eyes. Suddenly, he picked up a glass shard from the floor, grabbed Anna by the hair, and brought the shard to her face. Sir! Oh! Please don't. Well, I horror. Silence? Silence. Like, why are you talking like you're a character in a 1900s or 1800s novel? The captain's hands were trembling. Anna knew that just a little more and he would stab her in the eye. She looked at Joseph with pleading eyes, waiting for him to act. I have a feeling. No? Please let her go. Okay. Maybe we don't? Okay? Why is this happening? Who are you? Lazarus turned the hand that was holding the shard to himself and looked at his own reflection. Who am I? Then he dropped the shard and clutched his head. At thought we were about to get eye gore, and I was gonna be like, I can't show gore on YouTube. I'll get in trouble, even if it's drawn. Joseph took advantage of the situation and rushed to Anna's side. Why did you go see him? He's dangerous, Anna. Good question. I just thought that I could do something. Oi! Oi! Idiot! This poor woman! Joseph picked Anna up and led her out of the room, slamming the door. You feel bad for Lazarus? It's just a cosmic horror. Everyone's going to die, or they're dead already. Lazarus staggered toward the bed. He was almost there when his legs gave way, and he collapsed. Ding! The sound came from beneath the bed. Seemed like something had fallen out of his pocket. Seemed like something fell out of his pockets while he was falling. Lazarus reached out and felt a small, smooth object. A ring. After twiddling with it for a while, he was able to discern a barely visible inscription. I love you. S20X5. I love you. For some reason, Lazarus repeated those words. He continued to repeat them again and again, louder and louder, as if they were some kind of an incantation. Indeed, it felt like he was invoking something long forgotten and unattainable. I'm not gonna lie, I'm impressed the creator made me dislike all the characters. And these digits. If the 20X5 part is a year, then this ring must have been several centuries old. But how come something like that was in Lazarus' pocket? Throw the ring to... Cast it into the fire! The pain eased a bit. Lazarus sighed. He could hear Anna's sobs from behind the wall. And who did that? Oh my god, was his wife an eldritch horror? Lazarus picked up the ring again and continued examining it. How come he didn't know of its existence for 2 whole years? All he needed to do was check the pocket. What should I do, Sylvia? Sir? Sylvia. Her name. Sylvia. Sylvia! Lazarus sprung to his knees and shouted, Where are you, Sylvia? There was an image of a young woman flickering in his head. Long blonde hair, a strict face. Yes, he was definitely in love with that woman, and not Anna. But he had never met her before, so how was it possible? Imagine you're in bed with your first mate, breaking all sorts of military regulations, and the man you're with yells out, Sylvia! Like... Sir? My name is Eve? Who the fuck is Sylvia? Lazarus felt that the ring didn't belong in this place, that it was supernatural. As if proving his point, the room outlines started to blur and mix. Lazarus clenched his fist, anticipating a new wave of pain. But it never came. Instead, some entity appeared in front of him, seemingly out of thin air, and was slowly gaining human form. A girl, with eyes black as space itself. Her face was so emotionless, one could think she was wearing a mask. I want to see her eyes do the thing again. Is it going to do it again? That, like, glimmer is really cool. Her body was wrapped in a mantle. Can you see me? Lazarus had obviously heard that voice before. Who are you? The girl ignored his question. Lazarus had mixed feelings. He was scared of the girl, but at the same time, for reasons unknown, he also saw hope in her. What is going on with me? The girl gave him a satisfied nod. Apparently, that was the right question to ask. You are almost out of here. Out of here? Out of where? Your name is Lazarus. You are the captain of the spaceship Lilith, which has been traveling to Eden for 2 years. Is that correct? Everything she said was true. However, Lazarus hesitated. I don't know. Precisely. All this doesn't exist. I don't understand. You do. But what about Eden? Oh, Eden definitely does exist. Moreover, it is the only thing that exists. I don't get it. I don't. Lazarus swung his hand at the girl. It went through her body without meeting any resistance. Damn it. Lazarus fled. He sprinted, ready to bump into a wall, but the hit didn't come, as if the walls were running away. He chased them for some while, and then fell to his knees in exhaustion, and embraced himself with trembling hands. Tell me, do you remember your father? It felt like the voice was coming from everywhere, including his own body. Leave me alone! What about your mother? No. What year were you born in? Finally, what is the name of your wife? Sylvia! Sylvia! Her name is Sylvia! Why is... Because he is a domestic abuser. That's why his reaction is to hit everything, because he is a domestic abuser. Unable to bear it any longer, Lazarus started to cry. The girl came up to him and touched his head with her ghostly hand. Finally. What in the world is Eden? You already know it. At that moment, a bizarre vision burst out in Lazarus's mind. Nighttime, a misty alley of an unfamiliar city. At the end of it, in a luring bluish light, a hushed voice can be heard. All roads lead to Eden. But you can choose how to get there. Why did you go there? Didn't you know what kind of place it was? Of course I knew, but I had no other choice. The girl's gaze was fixed on the ring on Lazarus's hands. I am sure she is still waiting for you. Lazarus sobbed, trembling with his whole body. That day, she finally told me the truth. She said... She said she wants me dead. That only my death will fix everything. But I couldn't care less. Is that really true? A speck of irritation could be heard in the girl's voice. I gave up on myself a long time ago, and Sylvia, she should have just left me. But she didn't abandon me, even though I had been a stranger to her. Why is my eye glitching? Well, Lazarus raised his teary face and looked at the phantom girl in the eyes. I know I don't deserve to live. The girl continued stroking his head, trying to soothe The girl continued stroking his head, trying to soothe Lazarus. But I want to return to Sylvia. Tell me there is still a chance. No, you're dead, dude. I can get you out of here, now that you remember. I know what to do. The girl's silhouette started fading away, and the room was getting back to normal. Lazarus tried to touch the girl, but pulled his hand away at the last moment. What's your name? You have 10 minutes. Get ready. Wait. A few moments later, the girl dissolved into thin air. Clutching the ring in his hand, Lazarus got up and headed into the doorway. Who predicted cheating on the wife? Who predicted cheating on the wife? Because that was right. I don't remember who it was. But it was right. He was fucking cheating on the wife. I mean, to be fair, she wanted him dead, and I cannot blame her for it. Both of his shipmates were hiding beneath the dashboards, waiting for the captain to show himself. Anna was crying, and Joseph held her tightly. They watched Lazarus stumble out of his cabin. Anna tried to break off from Joseph, but his grip was strong. Raised his hand. Well, you were right. Joseph, please. Mwah. I felt obvious. I didn't think he was cheating. I thought it was like his wife was dead or something. Joseph, please. Don't move. Joseph held Anna with one hand while gripping the blood-colored pipe with another. What is he doing? Anna watched Lazarus ascend to the bridge and approach the main dashboard with teary eyes. The ship started to slow down. A few moments later, the spaceship Lilith came to a full stop. After that, Captain descended the bridge and sat down on the floor, panting. He buried his face in his hands. That's our chance, Anna. No, please don't. Joseph had silently crawled out of his cover and tried to sneak up on Lazarus. He hid the hand with the pipe behind his back. Lazarus was still on the floor. He clutched his head as if trying to smash it. Swaying from side to side, he was muttering something to himself. Joseph listened in. When? How long will I? Joseph raised his hand, ready to strike. Go away. Captain, who were you talking to? Go away. Who were you talking to? Suddenly, it's like a Pokemon battle starting. Suddenly, Lazarus jumped at the second mate. Joseph tried to hit him with the pipe, but he wasn't quick enough. Lazarus punched him in the face and holy shit! Lazarus punched him in the face and knocked him over. Then he snatched the pipe from Joseph's hands. Oh, we're about to get some like Higurashi shit in here. Joseph, Captain. Oh, we're getting some Higurashi shit in this. Lazarus' breathing was hard and fast. He clutched the pipe even harder. Then he slowly raised it. Sylvia. Lazarus! The blow landed on the nose bridge. A loud cracking sound, and a huge hole appeared in Joseph's head. Crimson blood seeped through the ripped skin. Well, if he wasn't dead before, he sure is now. Anna was still under the cover and didn't see the horror. However, the sound of the blow forced her to peek out. Oh, God. Anna had almost screamed and immediately covered her mouth. She knew, if Lazarus noticed her, she would be dead. Joseph was still alive. With his last bit of strength, he held out his hands towards Lazarus and grabbed his shirt. A second blow, and the second mate's head was smashed to pieces. Screaming. Anna couldn't take it anymore. She screamed with all her might, "Girl, no one is coming to help you." Lazarus bent over Joseph's corpse and started to mutter something, as if he couldn't hear Anna's scream. She hurried back under her cover. Unable to believe her luck, she sighed with relief. Anna. Taken by surprise, she almost jumped up. That voice, it was Lazarus. Girl, he just murdered your fucking crewmate. He's acting a little sus. There's a murderer among us. Among us. I'm sorry, I couldn't. I had to make the Among Us joke. It was lifeless, but at the same time calm and soothing. Anna, you loved me, don't you? Not enough to get my head smashed in. Lazarus, Anna looked at her hand. Her wrist was twisted in an unnatural way. It was Lazarus's doing, she kept telling herself. But... Anna mustered all her courage and stepped out of her cover to face Lazarus. He, in turn, got up, letting go of the pipe. It fell to the floor with a loud clang. I love you so much, Lazarus. My dear Lazarus. Anna. Lazarus quickened his pace. Lazarus? Suddenly, he reached out to her and she felt the grip tight on her neck. Everything went dark. Lazarus, don't. I could have been with her by now, but you forced me to forget her. You made me believe that I love you. Oh my god. Fucking bitch. Suddenly, he loosened his grip and kneed her in the stomach. Ah! With all his might. Anna screamed and started coughing. Blood splattered on Lazarus' face. He pushed Anna away and began wiping it with his shirt in disgust. Lazarus! He gave Anna a hateful stare. She was lying in a fetal position, holding her stomach. Blood was dripping down her legs. Why did you... Lies. Lazarus yelled like a madman and started kicking Anna. She couldn't muster... Another typo. Muster enough strength to scream, so she just moaned faintly. Lies, 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 lies. All lies. Exhausted, Lazarus fell to his knees and closed his eyes. He couldn't hear anything besides his own heartbeat and Anna's ragged breathing anymore. He felt relieved and devastated at the same time. Just a little more, and it would all be over. Are you ready? The same girl appeared out of nowhere and put her hand on Lazarus' shoulder. She looked at him straight in the eyes without paying the bloody corpses lying on the floor any mind. I am not finished yet. Lazarus tried to get up, but the girl didn't let him. Her grip was surprisingly strong. Please don't kill her. When he tried to break free again, he felt strength leave his body and his eyes closed by themselves. You acted as you saw fit, but let me stop you now. After saying that, the girl embraced Lazarus. I'm scared. Think of what is precious to you. And nothing else. This girl's the Grim Reaper. I swear. Of course, all Lazarus could think of was Sylvia. Will I see her? You must have hope. Why are you saving me? The girl's face wavered. I only want to destroy Eden. You are beyond saving. Beyond saving? The girl had gone quiet. I'm sorry. I don't understand you at all. The girl refused to look Lazarus in the eye. Finally, she made a deep breath and began talking. There had always been only one person in my life. The one who breathed life into me and had been staying with me until I decided to become something greater. Ikuro, my creator. He gave me his faith in people, and also his love. I knew, in turn, that the world you humans live in isn't fair. So I decided to help you hold out against it with all I had. Hello? I was so stupid back then. I was, and still am. I'm reminded over and over, you people absolutely deserve... Holy shit. You people absolutely deserve the world you live in. Lazarus listens very carefully, but could only barely grasp the meaning of her words. While slowly losing consciousness, he reached out to the girl. But she coldly put away his hand. Savage. I was looking for you for so long, and when I have finally found you, I could not get through. I tried many approaches until I discovered a loophole in the code. That's how I managed to get in touch with you. Unfortunately, the first attempt had failed. I'm sure you remember it well. Now I know I shouldn't have done that. So... Purgatory? I should have given it all up and just let you die. Lazarus realized he couldn't move his body anymore. Tell me. Lazarus couldn't produce the words anymore, but the girl heard them anyway. Yes? What's your name? The girl hesitated. When she finally resolved herself, Lazarus couldn't recognize her voice. It was completely dead. I'll tell you my name for the last time, and then forget about you forever. What? I'm so sorry, Ikuro. No? Oh. The dark room was suddenly bathed in crimson light. I like how this creator makes it impossible for me to read. The steady buzzing of the hibernation pods that were embedded in the damp walls was replaced with a growing hum. One of them was opening. As soon as the pod doors were open, a man fell out. He gasped for air and wallowed like a fish that had been washed ashore. It took him some time to get over it. He forced himself up. He was wearing a long white robe. After looking around, the man tried to recall how he had ended up here. This is so weird. But he couldn't. The man approached the long row of hibernation pods and started examining them. Each of the pods had been given a unique number, next to which was an array of green lights. The man peeked inside one of them with caution. Typo. He could see a human silhouette, even through the blurry glass. Wasn't he just inside one of those himself? He turned around and saw an open pod. His pod. The lights on it were bright red, alerting him to some sort of malfunction. Looking around the room, he tried to remember at least something. All in vain. Suddenly, the same hum came from the other side of the room. It was slowly getting louder. The man turned around towards the sound. One of the pods was glowing with red light. After a few moments, the pod doors opened. Oh? The man started running without thinking. He just ran, with all he had. The only thing the man wished for was to be as far from this place as possible. He rushed through the dark, unfamiliar hallways, having no clue of where they could possibly lead. After he turned a corner for about the 20th time, the man stopped. He staggered to a nearby wall and leaned against it. He tried to catch his breath, one thing occupying his mind. I can't stay here. The man heard the sound of footsteps from somewhere far away. Apparently, the person from that pod was rapidly closing in. There was no time to think. The man took off once again. This is weird. He couldn't remember how he had escaped. His legs just brought him to the exit through an endless array of identical hallways. As soon as he saw light flicker at the end of the hallway, he quickened his pace without even realizing it. When he broke out of the darkness, the man found himself in a deserted alleyway, illuminated by a single signboard. He could hear a calm voice from behind his back. All roads lead to Eden, but you can choose how you get there. The late night sky had already begun to brighten up. The man heard a terrible, loud screeching coming from somewhere high above. When the man raised his head, he saw a long, snake-like train. It accelerated before disappearing somewhere between the tall gray buildings. With his eyes wide open, the man watched an unfamiliar city wake up. The cold wind blew across the alleyway. The man shivered. The robe was made of thin, almost transparent fabric. A robe made of thin, almost transparent fabric was the only thing he was wearing. People have slowly begun filling the alley. The man didn't want someone to see him in his current outfit. His skinny, half-naked body could also be seen because of the sun that had treacherously appeared out of nowhere. Lurking in the shadows, the man sneaked through the narrow passages, trying to avoid contact with the omnipresent people. Every time the light appeared in the window, he shivered. That man had absolutely no idea where to go. Driven by raw fear, all he wanted was to get as far away from people as possible. That morning turned out to be especially memorable for May. She has never seen lunatics walking around her residential blocks before. She stretched and got up from her chair, ready to have some fun. Hey, moron! The guy in the white coat started to look around nervously, trying to figure out where the voice had come from. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Have you escaped a loony bin or what? The man was turning his head back and forth so intensely, he barely kept his balance. Finally, he now noticed the rowdy lady. He got scared and was going to run away. However, the man stared at the building instead, frozen like a statue. He was somehow attracted to it, but he had no idea why. His head thrown back, he continued to stare as if trying to embrace the whole building with his eyes. In a few moments, he became obsessed with it. He had to get inside. He totally forgot about May and started walking towards the entrance with confident steps. Are you dumb? Get the hell out of here or I'll call the police. However, the man didn't pay her attention anymore. May was surprised by the sudden change in his behavior. What a lunatic. Reluctant, she opened the door and went out to face the man in the white coat. Listen, let's solve this peacefully. I won't harm you and hey! The man had shoved her hard and ran up the stairs. Stop! Stop right there! She was going to chase after him, but she stopped herself. Typo. Soon enough. It would be... it would be better to call the police first. The man had run up to the 10th floor without catching a breath and leaned against the concrete fencing. What was he doing here? I've lost the thread of this game. The answer was simple. Just for a moment, he thought that someone might be waiting for him in this building. The thought came to him as soon as he escaped that dark labyrinth. However, he was too scared back then, and the thought vanished. Now he was obsessed with it. Finally, the man stopped in front of one of the floors. A lifeless gray hallway, which had the feeling of depression to it, and an array of lifeless gray doors. It was hard to believe people could really be living here. The man proceeded the corridor until he stopped at the door in 337. He could we all lost the thread. He could tell it was the right door. The man braced himself and knocked. I missed Lazarus. Silence. He knocked again, but there was no response. After the third try, which had obviously failed, he reached out for the doorknob, but his hand stopped at the last moment. The man looked at it in shock. His skin was pallid, almost as gray as the walls surrounding him. He turned his gaze towards his coat. It was covered in dust and mud. Nobody would welcome such a guest. However, it was too late to give up. Maybe it was his only chance to find out what had happened to him. I think this guy is Lazarus. He grabbed the door with confidence and opened it. As soon as he entered, the man started coughing. The floor, the furniture, the walls, everything was completely covered in dust, and the air in the room was stale. He covered his mouth with his hand, came to a window, and threw it open. The curtains flew up at the sudden gust of wind, letting sunlight through in for a brief moment. It was just enough for the man to take a good look at the surroundings, including personal belongings of the residents. Why is this person's door unlocked? Like, who leaves their apartment door unlocked? Seemed like two people lived there. One of them most probably being a woman, or maybe they had lived there. It was obvious nobody had been there for a long time. The man walked along the walls with caution, trying not to step on something with his bare feet. One of the walls drew his attention. There was another door hidden behind the cloth. He came out to the wall and moved the cloth. As he was going to open the door, a thought came to him. There might be people inside. It would be better to knock first. However, that door was no different than the first one. The man heaved a deep sigh and pulled on the doorknob. It was closed. He pulled stronger, but nothing happened. Please open the door. What came out from his mouth was a pathetic wheeze of a voice. The man didn't care. He wanted someone to hear him. Open the door. He had nowhere to go. His only hope was behind that door. He knew it in his heart. However, he got no reply. I beg you, open the door. He started to scream. Then he began yanking on the doorknob, but no matter how he tried, it wouldn't budge. He then kicked the door so hard it cracked. Another kick, and it was thrown open. Panting, the man entered the room that was hidden behind the door. The stench inside was so intense, it forced him to lean on the wall and slowly sigh down. Body? Yep. It was the smell of decay. The tiled floor, along with the walls, was covered in crimson stains. But the man could only look one way. The sound of police sirens could be heard through the thrown open window. What? 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 What was that? That one was a lot longer than the other two. What? What? See, like the first one? The first time, so when we played Bag of Milk, I could at least follow the story for that one. And then when we played Megalith, I guess that one started to make sense towards the end, but this one what the hell? Let's go to the next. For what reason? So like, was it all, hang on, let's go to the other channel, hang on, alright, here we go. I'm gonna come over here, we're gonna close the game. I put BGM back on. So like, I don't know what the hell just happened. I mean, it was fun. It was a good game. I'm just kind of confused. So yeah, that was a weird game, but that's okay. I thought it was fun. So I'm probably gonna end the stream here since we've played through 3 different games tonight. Look at us go! I can finally get some of these off of my to playlist. Tomorrow we'll be finishing up Deathmark. I'm so excited! I'm so excited. We're gonna be finishing up Deathmark tomorrow. Which will be fun because, well, supposedly we're finishing Deathmark. I don't know how many more chapters are left in the story. I think I might as well just kind of suck it up and deal with the bad end that we got for the last character. And tomorrow we'll do the rest of it. I think we'll be finishing up towards the end. And then on Thursday, I will be working on a model. I'm so excited. So Thursday's stream is going to be really probably chill, very quiet. I probably won't talk very much. I might actually put on some copyright-free music and we might just hang out and talk about live 2D modeling for a little bit. I'm working on my friend Kaine's model. If you follow him on Twitter, he's Kaine VT, I think is what is it? Ask now. But I'm so happy I'm gonna get to work on his model. We'll be working on physics first because those are my favorite parts. We'll probably also touch up my model somewhat just to work on it a little bit. So that will be Thursday. Tomorrow will be Deathmark. I'm really excited. Tomorrow the endurance stream will start at I think 9 p.m. EST. I also have to start working on my Thanksgiving meals. So, it'll be fun tomorrow. We'll do as long as, I feel good. If I start falling asleep, I will end the stream. But once we've finished that, I think next week I will, probably start Yakuza or Hellblade. I haven't really decided yet. Thank you. I worked really hard on it. Hopefully tomorrow I'll have my USB splitter so my tracking won't lag so bad. But like I see there's a couple of problems like with with my eyelashes I'm having some problems with, and I have a couple of mouth things I wanted to work on, and might want to try and fix some of my horns. Just, you know, small things here and there. But we'll try to do Yakuza probably next week, or Hellblade. I haven't really decided. I need to work on finishing up Persona. But I've kind of lost the thread of the game already. So I'm going to probably replay it by myself before I get to... I can wink. But, I forgot what I was saying. But I'm excited. It's going to be fun stuff tomorrow. Hopefully, we'll actually get to finish the game. And I think there's a sequel for Deathmark. I haven't heard if it's really good or anything, but if there is, we'll probably put it on the list to play too, since I still need to finish like Burial at Sea for Bioshock Infinite too. So I will hopefully see everyone tomorrow. Thank you all for coming to stream tonight, and if you're new here, I'm very happy to have made your acquaintance. So, bye-bye everyone! Bye-bye!